Hello and welcome once again to another interesting session. For today, we will be looking at an important aspect as far as an accounting software is concerned. I am Williams and I will be taking you on this section. To those who are our new viewers, don't forget to subscribe to this channel and also endeavor to like, comment on our videos as well as to share our videos to other of your colleagues or friends so they could also benefit from this very channel. For the name of the channel, it is Accounting Software Made Simple channel. Just search on YouTube, subscribe and follow us. Okay, so for today, we will be looking at how to set up an accounting software. Permit me to say that this is very, very important. And as a matter of fact, I will be guiding you on this very area today, where I will be sharing 5 basic steps on how you can carry out these tasks. The truth is that most persons, most of the times, could be you've been told that setting up an accounting software is a big tax. No, it is not. It's even the least tax you could do, provided you are well guided on which steps to take and what time. So that's what I'll be doing. So, very important, before I will proceed, I want to start by throwing more light on what an accounting software is all about. This is very, very important. And, you know, Aristotle once said something that that's regarding to the aspect of excellence. That excellence is not just an act, but it's what? Habit. Therefore, it's important that whatever we will be looking into today, you should go back and practice, as that's just the only way you could come out in an excellent manner. So, ladies and gentlemen, what is an accounting software? Basically, an accounting software is just an application. Yes, it's just a type of application. Let me use that word. And one of the things it does as an application, of course, you should know we have a lot of applications out there. So, what this type of application called accounting software does is that it records and processes accounting transactions, and that's why it is called accounting and what software. I am saying that a software is an application, and this is a combination of two words where we have accounting, which we have here, and what? Software on the other hand. Okay. Now, this application is not just only for the accountants. This is where most persons get it wrong. It's not just only for the accountants. It's important because, in as much as accounting is important in every business is said to have an accounting process or an accounting system. Therefore, it's important for everyone to know what this is all about. So, an accounting software is a type of application which records and processes accounting transactions. And now it is not just processing this, it is doing this within the stated functional models within an organization. I made mention of an accounting system, an accounting process. The truth is that in an organization, there are functional models, functional areas within the accounts, the accounts department. And part of these processes, things that should be performed or carried out by could be the accountants. They include things like, the aspects where we have to keep record of our customers. And when we are talking about customers' records, we have to look at it in two different aspects. We look at it from the account receivable aspect, where we have to track and keep record of those customers who are owing us money as a business, or those who are making advance payments. And these are two different areas. So please don't forget to subscribe to our channel and stay tuned with us. You can see there are a lot of areas to cover, and this is one of our goals in this channel to ensure that you're well guided. So this is what an accounting software is. It is a type of application that records, processes accounting transactions within functional models such as the account payable, could be account receivable, general ledger, payroll, a whole lot of um, aspects or functions. So the truth is that for those who studied accounting in school, there is a course called the Accounting Information System. So this is just its function. It's functioning as that AIS, also within an organizational structure. So this is just what I will share with you on these very aspects. And the truth is that an accounting software may be on cloud or not on cloud. For that of cloud, it's just telling you that you can access it on the internet. Okay, but that which is not on cloud, it means it is desktop based. And the truth is that while the other is internet enabled, the other is what? Desktop based, offline. Okay, so with this little explanation on what an accounting software is, and with me making mention of how it aids different models, different areas of a business, where I made mention of the account receivable, where I talked about that is where the company has to, keep record of money they are being owed or money they receive. I talk about accounts payable, where the company has to, track its bills, pays its key partners, its key suppliers money. I am making mention also of the general ledger. And in accounting software, we most likely use the term chart of accounts to refer to this. And this is very, very important. You will see it part of this very 5 steps on how you can set up an accounting what software. So there we have the stock and inventory. When you want to be able to keep proper inventory accounts or management, where the company would want to keep control of its inventory. So many aspects. The bookkeeping aspect, which is very, very broad and important as far as an accounting software usage is to an organization. Because under that very aspect, when we are talking about bookkeeping, it's a very, very wide area. So an accounting software helps in those very, very aspects, the payroll aspects, where you have to, track salary and other tax that are applicable. Could be the, income tax and others, which are very, very important. And other accounting aspects like departmental accounting, it could be the costing aspect, so many other areas. So these are very, very important aspects of an accounting what? An accounting software. So quickly, as regards this area aspect, quickly, I will be going to put you through on how you can set up an accounting software. It could be for a company, a business, or you can also take it up as a side hustle. You go out there, source for jobs, and do one or two things, or it could be added also, giving you like more like an added advantage to what you could do, both as an accountant or finance analyst, and helping you in terms of monetizing or you getting started to set up on for your business, which is my major focus area for today's very session. So flow with me immediately and don't forget to subscribe to this channel. So before now, you've been staring on this screen. Of course, it's easy to know that the very first step on how you could set up an accounting software falls back to my previous video for those of you who are in tune, where I spoke on 10 very steps on how you can choose the right accounting software for your business. So the very first step is on that very video. Choose the right accounting software. Okay? The very first step is to do what? Is to choose the right accounting software. You can't just come up and say you want to set up an accounting software for your business without doing what? Without choosing the right accounting software. And that's why that video is very, very important, because the truth is that when you are setting up an accounting software, it may actually, seem like a very big task. So it's very, very important that before ever you're looking at how you could start setting up such, you have to first of all be guided on choosing the very right application that will suit the requirements or your requirements. Okay. So secondly, you have to select a start date for your records. By that, what we are referring to the commencement aspect. Every business has a commencement date when they got established, or in this very regard, we are looking at when they want to start making use of this very application. Just as I mentioned, that you have to be able to choose the right accounting software package. Don't forget the very step one, because it is important you carry out such research since there are plenty of applications out there. Okay, so you could know which one to choose from. So, still on the step two, where I said you have to select a start date for your records. This is very important because you have to start setting up this from the beginning of that accounting period. And the truth is that when you follow this step, you will have the account balance available on ground for each of the accounts following the previous year dealings. So these account balances from this period will be entered into this accounting software as the beginning balance. I hope this is clear. So number three is to collate all records of the business. By this, I mean you are to go over, go to the records, find and gather all the business records of this business, because it's more like you're doing a conversion. I can say number three is conversion. So it's more like you're converting to a computerized system. So therefore, you have to go and gather all the previous and the records of the business. You have to convert it. That's a conversion. So the main accounts, like for small businesses, I'll give you some hints. For small businesses, any business that falls under the small business category, their major accounts usually are bank accounts. They must have a bank account. They must have account receivable and account payable, because every small business has customers and suppliers where they get what they are selling from and where who they sell to. So always take note of looking for these records. Look for their past customers records, their past suppliers records. Get that information. Get their bank accounts and their bank statements. You need these very ones to get started and how you can set up that accounting software. Okay, so if you are starting a new business, the truth is that the beginning balance will be empty. There will not be any beginning balance because it's a new business. That's if the business is just starting for the first time. Don't expect them to have any existing record. Okay, so the account balance of such type of business we build up as time goes on, because for that period no transaction have occurred and transaction have not been entered, which means that it's when transaction keeps coming that they will have records, and transactions are being entered on a daily basis. It could be a supermarket, or it could be a firm that deals on trading. Definitely, it's important for them to enter data, and since it's a new business, you should not be expecting that quickly. Okay, so the start date, like I said, will usually be the date you open your bank account for a new business. To usually be the date you open your bank account. Take notes. New accounts may be created in the system over time as the need arises. That's new bank accounts. But for now, these are important things you should take note of. So number four, quickly on how to set up. Number four is to set up your chart of accounts. So the chart of accounts is just a term, and this is what accountants calls the general ledger. So this is very, very important for you to be able to set up. I'll tell you why. I'll tell you why the chart of accounts is important. The truth is that the chart of accounts is the backbone of whatever you'll be doing in an accounting software. Since an accounting software is there to play the role or to aid the accountant in carrying out his functions, or could be the financial analyst or whoever is in charge of money in the firm, or a cashier or whoever controls this very aspect, the chart of accounts is important to them. It is designed to be a map of the business. That's the various financial parts of the business, the map of it, is the chart of accounts, which is the general ledger account. Truth is that a well-designed chart of accounts will separate all the business most important accounts. Accounting in a business is all about record keeping, the summarizing, the classifying, the interpreting, as well as just making sure that data are being captured without error. And it's very, very important also where we are talking about the five elements of business as propounded by the ISB, where we have three major accounts when we are looking at the aspect of financial performance and position. And of course, accounting for a business covers this very area. By we saying we want to ascertain the financial performance of a business, we will be talking about the aspect of the assets, the aspect of liabilities, and looking at what? Equity. But when we are now referring to the accounting position aspect, then we know that income, expenses is very, very important. Okay, so the chart of account covers all this. It separates all the company's most important accounts, and it makes it easy to figure out which transactions get recorded in which account. Subscribe to the channel and stay tuned. We will be uploading a lot of videos to ensure that you're well guided on this very aspect. So the when you set up an accounting software, by default, the accounting software will suggest some list of accounts based on the business type you have indicated, because the way the software is designed, there is a very dashboard, a required field where you'll be asked what sector does this business fall under. You're to do what? Indicate that before ever it will even be asking you basic issues like what's the business type, and by that it's referring to, is this business a corporation, is this business a sole proprietorship. you know Part of informations like that are very, very important. So always remember that the software will recommend a standard chart of accounts for you, which you can edit. You can edit this by the time you start using the software. For an application like QuickBooks, you can go straight to the chart of accounts, under the accountants. You can go there, you see the list, and you can make some accounts inactive while you add other new accounts. Okay, so it's not a difficult task to perform all this. You just have to subscribe to our channel and stay tuned with us. Okay, so the setup wizard for that of Sage, it has a setup wizard, Sage software. So the setup wizard of Sage will always do the job of walking you through these various processes of creating these financial accounts and showing you also you being able to enter the beginning balance. This is applicable to all other applications like the Zoho Books, the Zero and other cloud, Tally, Busy, so on and so forth, other versions. So when you choose a business type, like I said, or the software will recommend is or suggest a standard chart of accounts for you to start with, which is applicable to the business type that you've already done what business sector you've already what indicated. So it's important. For example, it could be a farm. If you indicate that this business falls under agriculture, expect the software to suggest accounts that are relevant to an agricultural company. You should not be expecting the software to suggest accounts relevant to an NGO or relevant to a manufacturing company for an agricultural company. So this is what I'm just talking about. So the chart of account is very, very important. It is the backbone. It takes care of the major accounting functions and dealings of what you'll be doing, because it is very, very the key major parts. Okay. So lastly, number 5 ways to set up. It's what I call data entry. Okay. Now, by data entry, I'm just referring to you being able to enter all your transactions. The purpose of an accounting software without you using it to enter your transaction, then it's of no value. So the truth is that you have to enter your transactions. It could be on daily basis, monthly basis, as the case may be. And it helps you because at the end of the day, you'll be taking your time to see how you can reconcile your accounts at the end of the day or at the end of the month. You could record any payments received against your customer invoices. Could be a customer who purchases some credits and software have sent a reminder that at a due date and this customer have made payment. You have to be able to record this payment. So it will be displayed showing against the previous invoice which you sent to the customer. Okay. So also same way is applicable when you're depositing money to your bank account or when you're making payments to your creditors or your suppliers. Okay. So this is very, very important. This is very, very important on this aspect of data entry, you being able to enter data information and transactions being carried out. Okay. So all of the transactions from the date you started using the software to the current date, okay, must be entered, because this is the only way you can bring out the account balance, or this will bring your account balance up to date, to keep it, to give you an up to date bookkeeping system. And it will also allow you to, at the end of the day, prepare financial statements. That's for the accountants. They will use these information that have been entered to prepare financial statements. And trust me, once you have entered or ensure that your books are up to date, where you have entered the necessary transactions that need to be imputed, at the end of the day, believe me, your financial records will be accurate. You heard me. If you can keep to this, your financial records will be what? Accurate. Ladies and gentlemen, these are just the steps on how you can set up an accounting software for your business or for a business. Other areas